If you're living with type 2 diabetes, could your so-called healthy habits actually be making things worse? It's a tough question, especially when you're doing your best to eat right, stay active, and manage your numbers. According to a 2023 study in the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society, nearly 60% of older adults with type 2 diabetes unknowingly make daily choices that spike their blood sugar. They feel like they're doing everything right, but their numbers tell a different story. And those consequences? Fatigue, brain fog, nerve pain. Over time, uncontrolled glucose damages your eyes, kidneys, and heart even if you think you're doing everything right. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to insulin resistance, and what used to work no longer does. And if you're trying to manage your blood sugar, diabetes after 60, or simply protect your senior wellness, these hidden triggers could quietly derail your efforts. We'll uncover each mistake one by one, including one that most older adults make before 9 a.m. Stay with me until the end so you don't miss it. But before we dive in, if you're someone who believes staying informed is just as powerful as any prescription, hit that subscribe button. Your future self might just thank you for it. Now let's begin with one of the most surprising culprits, because it's something many seniors reach for thinking they're making a smart, healthy choice. Habit number 1. Eating too many healthy carbs. We've all heard it. Eat more whole foods. So naturally, many older adults start their mornings with a big bowl of oatmeal, maybe some sliced bananas, blueberries, or even a sweet potato on the side. It feels like the perfect senior-friendly meal, natural, low-fat, full of fiber. But here's the catch. Even healthy carbohydrates can raise blood sugar sharply when consumed in large amounts, especially if eaten alone. According to the Mayo Clinic, complex carbs like oats or fruit still break down into glucose. And when your plate is loaded with these foods but lacking in protein or healthy fat, your body digests them quickly, causing your blood sugar to spike fast and then crash just as hard. Take the story of Linda, a 72-year-old from California. Every morning she ate a hearty bowl of oatmeal topped with raisins and honey. But by 10 a.m., she was shaky, hungry, and drained. Her doctor later explained that her blood sugar was surging after breakfast, then dropping rapidly, leaving her more tired than energized. This spike crash cycle makes you tired, irritable, and more likely to crave sugar or overeat later in the day. Over time, it worsens insulin resistance, a key factor in type 2 diabetes after 60. So how can you fix this without giving up your favorite foods? The key is balance. Instead of just oats and fruit, try adding a hard-boiled egg, a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt, or a small handful of nuts and seeds. These proteins and healthy fats help slow digestion and keep blood sugar levels more stable throughout the morning. And remember, portion size matters. A serving of cooked oatmeal for most seniors should be about half a cup, not an overflowing bowl. Likewise, one small banana or half a sweet potato is usually enough. And if you're unsure how your body is responding, talk to your doctor about using a post-meal glucose test or a continuous glucose monitor. Many seniors are shocked to discover that what they thought was healthy is actually throwing their numbers off. What's your favorite breakfast that keeps your energy steady until lunch? Share it in the comments below. Your idea could help someone else. But sometimes, it's not just what you eat, but when and how regularly you eat that quietly disrupts your blood sugar balance. I'll explain exactly how this works in the next section. Habit number 2. Skipping meals or eating erratically. Did you know comedian George Lopez once collapsed due to dangerously unstable blood sugar levels just hours after skipping a meal? He later shared in an interview that managing type 2 diabetes taught him a hard lesson. Skipping meals wasn't saving him calories, it was putting his life at risk. And he's not the only one. Raymond, a 70-year-old widower from Ohio, often skipped breakfast and delayed lunch after retiring. He wasn't overeating or snacking, but his afternoon blood sugar keeps spiking. His doctor explained, the irregular meals were confusing his metabolism, prompting his liver to release stored sugar at the wrong time, causing rebound spikes. So, how does this work? Think of your blood sugar like the temperature in your home. If you skip a meal, it's like letting the house get freezing cold. Then your body panics and kicks the heat on full blast by releasing stored glucose from your liver. But without the balance of actual food, that sudden release overheats the system, causing your blood sugar to spike too high instead of just warming up gently. This glucose overcompensation isn't rare. According to the American Diabetes Association, seniors who skip meals are at significantly higher risk for insulin resistance, energy crashes, and long-term complications like nerve damage and kidney decline. Try to eat within the same windows each day, ideally, with no more than 4 or 5 hours between meals. Don't feel pressured to eat a large breakfast, but have at least a boiled egg and a slice of whole grain toast, or a handful of almonds with half a banana, can help keep your body's rhythm stable. And if you're someone who just forgets to eat, set gentle reminders on your phone, or use a small meal planner on the fridge to keep yourself consistent. Have you ever had that crash after going too long without food? Share your experience. It could help someone else recognize the signs. But food isn't the only factor. It's also about how closely you're tracking your body's response. And that brings us to another silent mistake many seniors make without even realizing it. Habit number 3. Not checking blood sugar regularly. You wouldn't drive a car without checking the fuel gauge, so why do so many seniors try to manage type 2 diabetes without regularly checking their blood sugar? According to a 2022 report from the National Institute on Aging, nearly 40% of adults over 65 with diabetes don't monitor their glucose often enough or at all. And the consequences aren't always obvious at first. Without tracking, it's easy to miss silent sugar spikes that happen after certain meals, or overnight drops that leave you feeling exhausted the next day. Take Dolores, a 74-year-old woman from Arizona. She felt fine until she started waking up with blurry vision and headaches. She assumed it was just aging. But a nurse at her local clinic asked when she last checked her blood sugar. Her answer? I'm not sure, maybe a few months ago. Turns out, her overnight glucose levels had been dipping dangerously low, and she had no idea. Blood sugar levels can fluctuate for many reasons: food, stress, sleep, even mild infections. And without regular checks, you're left guessing and potentially missing warning signs of nerve damage, kidney strain, or heart trouble. You don't need to check obsessively. For many seniors, just testing once before and once after a main meal a few times a week is enough to spot trends. And if you're on insulin or have changing symptoms, your doctor may recommend more frequent checks, or even a continuous glucose monitor, a small device that tracks levels in real time. Most importantly, keep a simple logbook. Write down the time, your reading, and what you ate. Patterns will emerge, and that insight gives you power. If this made you stop and think, give it a like. It tells YouTube this is content worth showing to more seniors who need it. And if you believe staying informed keeps you healthier, hit that subscribe button. It's an easy way to stay one step ahead with your health. Next, let's talk about a habit that sneaks in at night but shows up in your blood sugar the next day. Habit number 4. Poor sleep or irregular sleep schedule. A 2021 study in diabetes care found that older adults who sleep less than 6 hours per night are nearly twice as likely to have poor blood sugar control, regardless of what they eat. And irregular sleep schedules carry similar risks by disrupting your body's natural insulin rhythm. For seniors with type 2 diabetes, this isn't just about feeling tired. Poor sleep raises levels of cortisol, a stress hormone that tells your liver to dump extra glucose into your blood. It's like your body thinks you're under attack even, though all you did was have a rough night's sleep. So it dumps extra sugar into your system to give you energy, whether you need it or not. That means your blood sugar can rise even when you haven't eaten anything. That's exactly what happened to Marianne, a 76-year-old retiree from Florida. Despite eating healthy and staying active, her fasting glucose remained stubbornly high. It wasn't until her doctor asked about her sleep that she admitted she was getting just 5 hours a night and at random times. Once she began going to bed and waking up at the same hour each day, her blood sugar began to stabilize. You don't need perfect sleep, just consistent, quality rest. Aim for 7 to 8 hours a night, stick to a steady sleep-wake schedule, and avoid screens, caffeine, and heavy meals at least 2 hours before bed. Of course, many older adults struggle with sleep, so here are a few gentle strategies that may help. Try a short walk after dinner, a warm foot soak, or listening to calming music or guided breathing exercises. These simple routines can signal your brain that it's time to slow down. In some cases, a low-dose melatonin may help, but always check with your doctor. And if pain or nighttime urination is waking you up, treating the root cause may also improve your blood sugar. Have you noticed a connection between sleep and your sugar levels? And what's your best tip for getting deeper rest after 60? Someone in the community might thank you for it. If you've made it this far, you're already taking charge of your health. So let's look at one final habit that often gets overlooked, but can quietly sabotage everything else. Habit number 5. Chronic stress. Ever feel like you're doing everything right, but your blood sugar keeps creeping up anyway? You're eating well, taking your meds, getting sleep when you can, but the numbers still rise. For many older adults, the missing piece is something you can't see on a plate or a glucose meter, and that's chronic stress. Here's what most people don't realize. Stress doesn't just affect your mood, it affects your metabolism. When your brain senses ongoing pressure, whether it's from health, worries, bills, or caring for others, it flips a biological switch. Your adrenal glands release cortisol and adrenaline, telling your liver, hey, we might need energy fast. So your liver dumps extra glucose into your bloodstream, even if you haven't eaten a thing. It's like your body floors the gas pedal on an empty road. There's no actual danger, but your system reacts as if you're in a crisis. And over time, that false alarm keeps your blood sugar stuck in high gear. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that chronic stress can raise A1C levels, worsen insulin resistance, and make it harder to stick with healthy routines. Just ask Walter, a 71-year-old Navy veteran. He kept meticulous track of his meals and medications, but after moving to care for his brother full-time, his readings shot up. It wasn't until a counselor helped him build a stress routine, short walks, journaling, and 10 minutes of breathing at sunrise that things finally settled down. The truth is, you don't need to eliminate stress, just learn to slow your body's reaction to it. Try setting aside 10 minutes a day for calm, stretch, breathe deeply, pray, or sip tea in silence. And if you're overwhelmed, reach out. Managing stress isn't a luxury, it's part of managing your diabetes. So, let's recap. Sometimes, it's not the big things, but the everyday habits we overlook. Eating too many healthy carbs, skipping meals, forgetting to check your sugar, tossing and turning at night, or carrying silent stress without anyone noticing. The truth is, blood sugar after 60 isn't just about willpower or discipline. It's about understanding how your body works today, not 20 years ago. And once you recognize these hidden triggers, you can start making small changes that lead to real results. You don't need perfection, just consistency, a little awareness, and the willingness to care for yourself as kindly as you care for others. So keep learning, talk to your doctor, and trust that your effort matters, because it truly does. If this video helped you feel more in control, give it a thumbs up. It helps us reach more seniors who need support. And don't forget to subscribe for daily tips on living stronger, longer, and smarter after 60.